Well, all right, guys, welcome to Bicycle Rider YouTube, and I am trying to get my cycling legs back. This is Monday, August 11, 2025, and I'm getting, well, I've spent a few days off the bike and off the run just because I went for an off-road run with the Saint Julien Athletic Group, who is man, they're a good group of runners, but running down the hill, I guess I used muscles that I haven't used for a long time, and I have been so sore. I had to recover a few days, so I now have to work on getting my cardio back. So if you come to a different area, and like me, I got so excited, I didn't want to get dropped by these guys. I ran up the mountain and ran down with the mountain, and I had fun. I crashed. Yeah, I crashed running. So be careful, you know, you don't want to mess up your vacation or your time, time in a different country with a broken ankle or a twisted ankle or even worse. So don't do what I did. Luckily I made it through it, but literally as an athlete, I've had a lot of sore muscles before, but my legs were sore to the touch, and I believe it was, I couldn't even walk down the stairs. So I believe it was from running downhill. So I'm actually going to run with that group again on Tuesday. I'm going to run with them up the mountain, but when we get to the top, I'm going to back off and say, hey guys, I'm going to go down the mountain a little bit slower than you guys, and try to be a little bit more cautious and work myself into it. But today I'm going to go on a cycling journey from Neydens France, and I'm going to go into Switzerland and go around the Giro Mountains and back. Probably a 35-mile ride. I don't know my way around real good, but I noticed that in Switzerland, even though France has a lot of infrastructure, it seems like Switzerland even has more. So I'm getting ready to do it. I'm going to take you guys with me. I will have a new 360X5 camera coming next week, so stick with me on the GoPro. I'm probably not going to do a whole lot of footage of just me riding bikes, but there's going to be some beautiful areas. It is a fitness ride, so I'm not going to do a whole lot of stopping, but yeah, come with me from my little route right here in through Switzerland and back. Should be a good way to spend the day. And it is 11 o'clock in the afternoon here in France. There's an extreme heat warning that's coming across on my phone. But coming from Biloxi, Mississippi, like we wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and it's this temperature. It's going to climb up in 80 degrees here, but very low humidity. I've got sunscreen with me because I'm going to be exposed to the sun more than I like midday. But the temperatures aren't bad. I guess they are if you're not used to this type of weather. But coming from Biloxi, we might not have elevation, but we're used to riding in the heat and humidity. So just be a wonderful midday ride. Come along with the Bicycle Rider, Bart Luther. All right, well, as I head out of my rue, and that's a lane, but I'm in France, they call it a rue. You can see I'm in an area that's got a church and a bakery and a campground, and it's really a cool area. And I'm definitely not far from the modern conveniences of life. So I think in France they've done a good job. I can see the city of Geneva down there, the Chateau, which is the big fountain. But they've done a good job in France with the urban sprawl. So I'm getting ready to take a road that seems busy to me, but people seem pretty conscious of the bikes here. Well, good morning. All right, well, I'm going to shut the camera off and I'll turn it back on once I get into the little villages of Switzerland. All right, well, good morning. Well, all right, guys, I have crossed the border into Switzerland here. And I'm only about 10 minutes in my ride from where I'm staying in France. And once you get to Switzerland, the bicycle infrastructure even gets better. But so do the rules. And there's so many signs and rules. I almost saw a sign that says no bicycles, but I don't think that's what it said. I'm just rolling with the flow. So here we go, riding through some little streets here in Switzerland to get out to the farmland. And the farmland in Switzerland is paved. Look ahead of me here. You're gonna see a row of beautiful sunflowers. Very cool. Well, all right, I'm gonna keep on rolling. I see a bike lane on one side of the street. I don't know if I'm supposed to be in there or what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll with the flow. Well, all right, in Switzerland, I see a lot of this, a lot of protected bike lane. And then look in the back. There's the foothills to the Giro Mountains, where I'm gonna be doing a loop. Fresh air. I go through several traffic circles. I don't really know how to navigate those really well, I hate to say. But everybody seems to be fairly friendly to the cyclists. I think they just want me to blow through. But I don't want to get hit, so. Anyway, Switzerland is a very nice place to ride a bike. So here I go. Up to the foothills of the Giro here. Hey, good morning, bonjour. All right, hello, buongiorno. Where are you from? Oh, awesome, I'm from Biloxi, Mississippi. Nice to meet you. Here's a gentleman from Austria. So cool. Well, all right, my viewers. I'm in a little village in Switzerland, heading up to the Giro wine country mountains. So, getting here from France has been pleasant. Using the Garmin navigation has been good. I was able to take this route with a bike shop ride, save it. So far, I've only missed one turn. So, you can see right there, Brown X and Geneva. I'm gonna take a left right here. Hey, good morning. How are you all doing? Morning. All right, well, that's a nice little village there. And I better hold on to the bars. I think I've got a downhill coming. Well, there's some beautiful routes right here, still in the urban area. And oh, I'm going over a beautiful river. I'm not sure what river this is. And I can see I'm heading into the wine country. So right here it says La Plaine. And I would love to download this map for you guys on the video. I'm not sure how. Good morning. If any of my viewers can give me some tips on that, please let me know. Once again, another beautiful little village. Here's a pizza restaurant, so if you're hungry or thirsty, all right, thank you. And they do keep the roads very nice around here. Switzerland is a surprisingly beautiful country. I didn't know much about it, but I sure like the way they prioritize bicycle and pedestrian infrastructure. Very cool. Well, guys, ahead of me is a Jurassic mountain range, and I'm in a little country lane through a vineyard I wouldn't have been able to find without some local guidance. So, especially when you can't read the native language, French, there's some publications and some maps, but that don't do me a whole lot of good. Sometimes it's getting out there with the local cyclists teaches you where they really ride. So this is a beautiful entrance to the Giro Jurassic mountain range right here outside of Geneva, Switzerland. Beautiful out here. Look at this. Shaded country roads. Looking good. I'm getting ready to descend. Hold on here, all right? I thought I was climbing, and I guess I was, 6 to 10%. But this is where it gets so good. It's where it's so nice to travel the world and ride different places. I want to invite people to come ride with me. And I want to invite myself to come ride with you. All right, guys. Turn off the camera for a few minutes and enjoying the ride. It is sure nice riding bikes in Switzerland. Beautiful. Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning. How nice this is. Well, guys, as I'm going through this sunflowers, I hear a church bell ringing. A little country church. Sure is beautiful. Well, all right. Well, enough of the downhill. It's time for a little climbing here. Oh, and I'm already in my this little creek. How nice. Well, guys, look how beautiful this is. You see all those stairs? That's the kind of elevation that I'm riding through right now. It's absolutely stunning. The foothills of these mountains, they're challenging. You see the grapes on the vine. How beautiful. All right. Wow. My friend told me this was a great restaurant. I want to bring my girlfriend. I'm going to take a picture so I can figure out how to get back here. All right. All right. Well, guys, this is a little restaurant that I tried to Google. My friend from the bike shop says that it's a very nice family-owned restaurant, and I believe that the family's probably part of all these farms. So it sure smells great here. It's called Cafe La Chazm Rest, and this is the top of the climb. So I will be coming back here because it smells absolutely fantastic. And this is the type of thing that you don't. Like I said, I tried to Google it, looked on Strava, kind of find out where this was, and there's no information on this restaurant, at least that I could find. So it's nestled here. You can see the mountains in the background there, and I'm gonna take a couple pictures and try to come back here and get some food later. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. I'm getting ready to head back to my neighborhood in France, my temporary neighborhood in France, and Neydens, and get out of Switzerland. I have some video to upload. All right, guys, thanks for coming with me. Bart with Bicycle Rider YouTube. If you like what I do, stay tuned because this is going to get much better, but it's always going to just be raw and real. Bart Luther, the Bicycle Rider, aka the Bicycle Rider. Easy to find on Facebook and Instagram, and I am going to work on getting a Bicycle Rider Facebook page back going again. It's on there, but I can't get in it. So if anybody has any suggestions on how to get into my old Bicycle Rider Facebook page, and I'm going to do an Instagram and TikTok too. So stick with me. Bart Luther. August here in Switzerland at a beautiful little restaurant. Here, let me turn around and show you the sign. Maybe some of you guys might know where this is. It's called La Chazm. Right there. I think this is actually a bus stop. I tell you what, Switzerland is beautiful. Very nice. So there's another cyclist going down the hill. I just had a little snack, so I'm going to throw my garbage away over here. The Swiss are very clean. So the garbage all goes in a little pack here. Okay. Now I could turn around here without hitting the Porsche. And look at this cool little car here. I don't even know what kind of car this is. Looks like a little French mountain car. Cool. All right, well, getting ready to start heading on down. Well, all right, guys, looks like I get a little downhill coming. They put in these nice barriers here, slow the cars down a little bit. There's another cyclist. Hi there. All right. Woo. Bicycles everywhere. How you doing? What a beautiful route this is. And it's not a known cycling route. It's just a route that, I should say it's a special route because a friend from the bicycle shop showed it to me. And so far, I've met a lot of nice cyclists here in this part of the world. But I think Charles is my favorite so far. He was very enthusiastic. You remind me of me. I guess I like myself because I like Charles. Oh, look, I'm getting ready to go over a bridge. I'm getting ready to go over a river. We'll see what river this is. Oh, it's very clean looking. Oh, you know what? Looks like a power station. Looks like some kind of power station. Wow, beautiful. You guys can't see over the barriers like I can. But it looks like there's some rapids and it's a very clean color. Like a greenish, clean green, clear. All right. Well, getting ready to turn the camera off and go through town, guys. But even town here is interesting. Well, cycling is interesting no matter where you're at, so just enjoy it, guys. All right, guys, this is a view of the other side of the mountain. This is by where I'm staying in Neydens. So you can see I'm in a big valley. And I went from the Celeb side, which is the Alps, over to the Jurassic side, which is in Switzerland. And there's a lot of nice little cities and villages dotted around. So this is part of the urban landscape here. And you can still see it's a nice place to cycle. All right, good morning or good afternoon. All right, coming through the little villages, getting back to the departmental road, which I'll have to get on for a few miles to get back to Neydens France. But I can see why people get spoiled with riding in Switzerland. It's a very bicycle-friendly country. I don't throw the word love around, but this has been an epic ride. I've named it on my Strava, Bart Luther Strava DeVillo's lunch ride. So this is just a ride that the local bike shop takes on their lunch hour. But it's pretty epic to me. A lifetime cyclist, the bicycle ride. Check it out. All right, I think this is a little neighborhood where I went to that farm market called Cologne, Sweden, or Switzerland. And that's what's cool about some of these rides. When you get back, you can stop at one of the little coffee shops in these little villages, get something to eat and drink, and really soak in the ambiance of cycling life in Europe. A lot of times the Europeans know how to really enjoy, and I have to say their weather's conducive to it too. So I'm getting ready to leave Switzerland and coming back into France. And I think this is the border right here. So anyway, back to the departmental road for a couple miles and then to my little village to have some lunch. Thanks for coming with me, guys. Bart, the Bicycle Rider YouTube. All right, well, right ahead of me to the left is the DeVillo's bicycle shop where I met up for this ride. And I've got to take a right. So I've got to get on this little busy road for a short bit. But even on the busy roads, there's a bit of infrastructure, and the local cyclists or the local vehicle drivers realize the importance in bicycle pedestrian safety. Here we go. All right, guys, well, I'm pulling back into my little room, my little village here, and this is basically the driveway where I'm staying. So, whew. All right, guys. Whew. Well, thanks for coming along for 35-mile neighborhood ride from the Celeb in France, base of Celeb, through the Jurassic, I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, Jurassic mountains of Switzerland, the vineyard country. Just a 35-mile ride with quite a bit of urban elevation, rural roads, beautiful vineyards, nice places to stop. And what I'm trying to do is showcase little known cycling destinations around the world. Right here in Neydens France, it's not known as a cycling destination per se, but boy, you can sure get some good riding out of here. So, you know, if you're taking a vacation and you know you get channeled into doing some of the big cols or climbs that you see on the Tour de France, and it's costing you a pretty big budget, just realize you could do a lot of this stuff by getting a little bed and breakfast in some of these villages, getting with some local knowledge, and enjoying the group ride like I just did. Well, a solo ride like I just did, and it really fills your brain with happiness and joy, and lets you know how good they have it over here in France and in Switzerland and Europe in general as far as cycling goes. So fill your cup full of joy, ride bikes, get out, enjoy, explore the world. Stick with me on Bicycle Rider YouTube, and I will have a new camera to show you some different views here pretty soon. So Bart with Bicycle Rider YouTube. 35 miles is all I wanted today. I'm going to ride into Lake Geneva tonight for a picnic, but just enjoy life, get out and ride bikes. Thanks for sticking with me. Bart with Bicycle Rider YouTube.